Good morning, students. We are entering a chapter named When People Rebel. See, it's a human nature to protest against wrong activities. If people are not ready to rebel or not ready to challenge the existing system, we would have been in the forest totally. We have challenged, changed the systems. When the challenges and protests are successful, we call it revolution. When it's failed, we call revolt. So Indian people were not happy with the administration of Britain or the East India Company, which had taken over India in the year 1857 onwards. All sections of the people in India were so much unhappy and angry against the British East India Company administration. There were some people who were happy. Now, those people who were unhappy, we will identify them section-wise. First, we will go to the majority people, that's peasants. Peasants means, real meaning of the word peasant is a person who does agricultural activities in others' land, who is not having his own land. Indian system was like that. Zamindars, the person who is the owner of the land is Zamindar. They were having the control of the land. So the peasants who are doing work in the agriculture land pay lot of tax, pay the share of their product, and ultimately the person who is working will get very less. He was not able to survive because the tax was very heavy. Sometimes 50 to 60% of his product would be taken by the government. So balance 40% is needed for him, for his survival, for his family survival, and next time he has to put the seed. For that also he doesn't have money. We have seen different kinds of taxation method followed by the British. So the peasants were unhappy with the British. Second category of people, we can say the soldiers. Why soldiers were unhappy? Many of the Indians were recruited as British soldiers. They were unhappy because they were not treated equally as the British officers or soldiers were treated. Even the British soldier and Indian soldier does the same kind of work. Payment for a British personnel was higher than an Indian personnel or Indian soldier. So they were unhappy and angry. Second, other reasons. There were soldiers under Indian kings. Many were there. They were getting their livelihood with that. But Britishers implemented subsidiary alliance policy. So those Indian soldiers who were under the Indian kings lost their jobs because British soldiers were posted under Indian kings. Then some of the kingdoms were defeated and annexed by the British. So those soldiers in those kingdoms lost their jobs. In some others, they have followed the ideology of doctrine of lapse. So Indians, those soldiers who were Indian kings were so much unhappy. Then Britishers did not mind the religious and the social sentiments of Indian soldiers. In India, every activity used to be on the basis of a division of the caste. Britishers were not ready to respect that. So naturally, some of the Indians were unhappy with that. Second, religious. According to Hindu religion, people believed that they should not cross the seas. So when they cannot cross the seas, when the British government forced the soldiers to cross the sea, they were unhappy. Then a news was spread of introduction of a new cartridge. Cartridge is a packet where bullets are kept. That packet was sealed or covered with the fat of a cow or a pig. The news was spread that. So, fat of a cow is a respected animal of Hindus in India. And pig is not liked by Muslims. So the news was spread that the wax or the material or the oil or a fat that is used to cover the packet was made up of fat of these two animals. So naturally they were unhappy with it, and that packet should be bitten off by the soldier, then load the bullets into the gun. They cannot open any other way because one hand they were having gun, other hand they are having the bullets in the pocket. Take the bullet, bite open, remove the covering and load the gun. So soldiers were unhappy with it. So different reasons first made soldiers to win. One is they lost their jobs because of the implementation of a doctrinal lapse, subsidiary alliance and conquest by British. So Indian soldiers who were working under Indian kings. And the soldiers who are working under the British, Indian soldiers working under British was not treated equally, less salary for equal work and no chance of promotions. So they were unhappy. Then introduction of the grease cartridge. This was the military reasons. Then the kings were unhappy in India because their kingdoms were annexed by the British. They imposed a subsidiary alliance where the kings had lost their freedom. Imposed a doctrine of lapse. So in those ways, so introduction of doctrine of lapse, implementation of a subsidiary alliance and conquest by the Britishers made the Indian kings to be unhappy with the Britishers. Along with that, there are some religious reasons also. It is Britishers supported the Christians. Britishers supported the Christian ideology to spread in India. So naturally, those who believed in Indian religion, mainly Hinduism, began to fear that Britishers are forcing the Christian religion on India. So they were unhappy. And so they were not respecting the social customs of India, the caste system. And Britishers implemented the education system that was existing in Britain. So in all this way, people were unhappy with the British. So on 100th year of Battle of Plassey, that is 1857, the rumor was spread that India is going to revolt. On 9th night at Meerut, 9th night of May 1857, in Meerut, the soldiers came out in protest. After dinner, they took up the guns, attacked the officers in Meerut, and marched to Delhi. It is around 70 to 80 kilometers from Meerut to Delhi. Came to Delhi, asked then Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar to be the leader of India, to be the king of India and fight against the British. And that is the revolt of 1857. Okay, thank you very much. Further we will see.